I'm in a NASCAR, would that be like NASCAR?
Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And today's video I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can do this insane and really good looking RGB sort of rainbow build up effect in your next Fortnite montage or highlight. I'm also going to be showing you how to do the afterkill effect, which again is really clean. Now in order to not mess up and make this really easy to do, I highly suggest you watch the whole video all the way through, because if you don't you may mess up and that could lead this effect to looking quite bad. So make sure you watch the whole video all the way through just in case you mess up. Really quickly before we get into the video guys, please can you do me a super quick favour by just dropping a like and subscribing to the channel with post notifications on. It really does mean a lot to me and barely takes any time out of your day at all. This video has taken a few hours to actually make the effect and show you guys how to do it. So if you guys could just show a bit of support back, that'd mean the world to me. Also shout out my notification gang that's up every single video, so make sure you have notifications on and you're active on the channel. And if I do see that constant support, then you will be shouted out in one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me even further, you can really quickly and easily use code TARA in the item shop. That also means so much to me. But let's actually get into the video now. Sorry guys that I'm a bit quiet, I'm trying to not wake up people in my house. Apologies for that, but you know, I'm on the grind, I gotta get these videos out for you, so I got you guys. Basically, the first thing, as always, get your song of choice and your clip of choice, and what you want to go ahead and do is just find where the shield crack happens. So move using your frame mover. You can use these buttons here, or you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard and just move until you find that shield crack. So when the blue and the red dots appear, you want to go ahead and split the clip. Then you want to find the beat drop of your song. Mine is right here. You want to press M on your keyboard to create a marker, and then you want to drag this to on line with the beat drop or the marker. Then you want to drag this to where it goes. I'm only doing one clip, so I'm just going to drag this all the way out and fade it in. And yeah, that's basically what you have to do. Just trim it to the appropriate size depending on your montage. Then you want to go ahead and leave some room for some transition. I'm just going to add some fade, and now we can add velocity to perfectly sync it. So you want to right click, insert remove envelope velocity. I've done this many times before, so you should know how to do it now, but if you're new, you want to double click at a point, put this on the marker, put this to 300% forward velocity, go 1 2 3 4 5 6 frames to the left. You want to double click, make a point here, put this to normal velocity. Then you want to go back here and go 1 to the right, and then about 3/4 in, so around here, doesn't have to be exact, just around there, put this to 50%, and that's going to have your velocity perfectly synced with the beat, and it's going to look super nice. Okay, so now we're going to be adding the pre-effect and the effect after. You want to move 1 frame to the left, split the clip. Then you want to go down to this sort of button here. You want to click -30 and hit enter, and that's going to move it 30 frames back. Then you want to split the clip. This is where we're going to be adding the sort of RGB effect over it, so you want to make sure that you have this down. Now once you've gone ahead and done this, we can start to apply the effects themselves. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and add is going to add color corrector secondary. Now one thing I highly recommend when doing this effect to make it look really good is you want to make sure that you have a skin that has a lot of color with it. So like a red skin like I've got here, or a yellow skin, green skin, anything like that will work really well. But the best thing is the red skin. Now if you do have a red skin, you want to go ahead and drag and drop desaturate all but red. I'm going to drag and drop that on, and as you can see, it's going to get rid of all the color that is not red. If you don't have a red skin, go ahead and copy these settings right here. Now you want to go to the custom, on color correct secondary, drag and drop the default one on, copy these settings, then basically change this to whatever color your skin is. So on the picker, you want to change it to any color that your skin is. So if you don't have a red skin, if you have maybe a yellow skin, then you just want to move this over to yellow, and then that'll get rid of the yellow. So yeah, that's basically what you do to remove the color. I have red skin, so I'm going to use desaturate all but red. Now that we've gone ahead and done this, you just want to make sure that you fade this in. So you want to fade this into about 0.07, and that's just going to make sure that it's not a drastic change, it's quite sudden, and it will nicely fade some of the color out. And the next thing we're going to go ahead and add is hue sat bright. Now this is basically where we're going to get most of our sort of color changing. So the first thing you want to do is hue shift, and you want to go to the end of the clip here and put this up to 1. And basically, as you can see, what this is going to do is going to change all the color, and that is your main rainbow effect. Now the next thing that we're going to add is to complement this really nicely. It's going to make the build up look a lot better. Firstly, S_film damage. Drag and drop the default version on and copy my settings. You want to turn everything down to 0 except for the seed. And then what you want to go ahead and do is keyframe the dust density, go to the end of the clip, put this up to 20. Then you want to also do the same thing with the vignette darkness. Keyframe the vignette darkness, go to the end of the clip and put this up to 0.7. Now that we've added that, what you should have so far is a nice color changing thing with a few dust particles popping up and a nice sort of vignette around the edges to just really build in that impact and really build it up for the main afterkill effect. Now once you've gone ahead and done this, we're going to add some more. So we're actually going to re-add USAT Bright. I probably should have done this before, but it's cool. Drag the default version on, go to saturation, and we're just going to lower this a little bit to about 0.5. So you want to just press the keyframe button. So that means at the start of the clip it's going to be 0, then some of the saturation is going to go out just to make it a bit darker, and then we're going to do the exact same thing for the brightness, but instead of 0.5 we're just going to go with about 0.7 because we don't want to lose a lot of brightness. We wanted to keep it quite bright so we can see that color change. As you can see, some of the saturation is going to be pulled out from the video, and so is the brightness, and there you have it. The next thing we're going to go ahead and add is just your classic pinch punch. This is really good, these sort of pre-effects, and it's going to help build some impact up. So you want to add the amount at 0, go to animate, then you want to go to your pinch punch. It might be right at the bottom after you've added all of these effects. You want to get this, just drag it over here. You want to go to the end of the clip, go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and move your 0 keyframe over here, 8 frames in, and then at the end you want to go to here, put this to negative 0.75, and that is basically going to pinch it in right here before the impact on the kill. Now for the effect after the kill, what you want to go ahead and do is first add your distort RGB. You know, this effect is just really going to make it pop. It's going to bring a lot of nice color in there, and it's overall just going to make your effect look super nice. So just drag and drop the default version on, and then copy these settings right here. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see the rest. Go ahead and copy all of these settings, and then you want to keyframe the 2. Now there's not a set amount of keyframes, but what I like to do is go until after the damage is kind of static, and then I'd put this down to 0. And then after you've added your distort RGB, the next thing we're going to go ahead and add is the flicker. Drag and drop the default version on and copy my settings. This is going to increase the brightness a little bit. Go ahead and copy all of these settings here, keyframe the amplitude, go to the end and put this down to 0.0, so just 0, and that's just going to make sure it's not flickering the whole time and look pretty weird. Next thing we're going to go ahead and add is a bit of shake. Obviously every afterkill effect needs a bit of shake, bit of impact on there. You want to go ahead and drag and drop the default version on and copy my settings right here. Now I'm just going to open up the X shake. You can feel free to pause the video on any of these I open, by the way, and just copy these settings. Go ahead and get these down. And once you've gone ahead and done that, you want to keyframe the amplitude, go about halfway into the clip is good, and turn this down to 0. And that's just gonna, you know, as it says in the name, S_shake, just add a bit of shake to your kill and really make it look a lot nicer. Now the final thing you want to go ahead and add is a bit of lens blur. This, I mean, it's used quite a lot in editing. I think it looks really nice, but you want to make sure that you have that gamma on 1000 just to really enhance it. So I'm going to go for about 3 iris scale. You want to keyframe that, then you want to go probably a little bit after the distort RGB, roughly about 10ish frames is good, and then you want to put this down to 0. Basically, as you can see, this is just going to kind of increase the brightness and just add a bit of blur after the kill. But yeah, it looks super clean. As you can see, the RGB around the edges of the builds and the character looks so nice, and especially complemented by this super duper clean build up with the RGB is so nice. Okay, next thing we're going to do is just edit the audio to where we need to. So you want to split the audio just before the afterkill, so where you split the clip and where you split the clip here. Then we're just going to fade this in a tiny bit, just like that, about 0.04 is good. You want to go to effects, then you want to go to resonant filter, hit OK. This is already built into Vegas, by the way, so you don't have to download anything. Then you want to change this to muffler, and that's just going to muffle the audio whilst this sort of rainbow effect is going on, and it's just going to make it look a lot nicer before the kill. Now here you can choose to add some sound effects of any you like. I'm not going to do any because there's no point, but yeah, you can basically add some sound effects, whatever you need, and that's your whole effect done. That's basically the whole video there. Sorry it's a bit rushed and a bit scuffed. I had to record this in one take because I wanted to get this video out for you guys. I really hope you did enjoy, and if it did help you, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel with post notifications on. It means so much more than you think and barely takes any time out of your day. Also, feel free to join my Discord, link in description. It's an insane community where you can get people to edit for you, or you can actually look for people to buy your edits yourself. So if you would like to do that, go ahead and join the Discord, link in description. And finally, if you'd like to use my code, you can use code Tower in the item shop. It means so much to me. Anyways guys, I'll see you in the next banger video. Peace.